Hey Cancer, it's your girl Krishana here with your mid-month reading. I want to first of all apologize for not being around. I've actually been really busy with work, so um, last month I think was a little too hectic for me. I tried to do the beginning of the month readings. That didn't quite go over as planned, and then I did and then I tried to do the mid-month readings, and it just ended up not working out. So thank you for being patient. I'm sorry that that you guys had to deal with me, not being around, but I'm here, and from now on we're gonna do mid-month readings strictly. I'm not doing the beginning of the month readings. It's just too much for me. I don't know what's gonna happen in the month, so anyway, that's my dog in the background drinking water, by the way, if you guys hear that. Anyway, so I wanted to first start off by saying hello. Thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes, and or subscriptions, and let's get into this. So I have been concentrating on guys' energy, and the one thing that I was seeing or feeling is that something is going to catch you off guard this month. If it hasn't already, but there's some information that you're going to receive that is going to quite catch you off guard, and you need to be kind of prepared for it. I don't necessarily know if it's going to be bad, but it is going to be disturbing. What I mean by disturbing is I mean as in a disruption to where you thought you were going or what you thought was happening. Now, this could be, like I said, this could be good as well, something that's sort of shocking that comes, but there's going to be a bit of a, like I said, just some things going to come out of the woodworks that you guys weren't necessarily expecting. So let's go ahead and sort of like look into it and see what that energy is. So I'm going to go ahead and pull three cards from my Libra T deck. My Libra T deck is the deck that I typically use for a more esoteric look at things. And then we're going to move into the deck that I typically use when I'm doing readings. Personally, you can subscribe, or you can rather message me to get a reading if you'd like. Uh, yeah, just email me. Just email me. I don't have to over explain that. Anyway, so we first start off with the Ace of Cups. The Eight of Cups, rather. The Eight of Cups here. And so I feel like perhaps maybe even something's coming to an ending, given the fact that the next card is the Aeon card. So I feel like in the combination of those two, something might have come to an end abruptly. And but the thing is that it was something that you were tied to in a way that was unhealthy, or tied to in a way that was not allowing you to express yourself fully. It's kind of like when a lover leaves you and you're a little bit like relieved. You're like, ugh, that was actually pretty good. That was okay. I'm fine with this. But it's still a little bit of a shock to the system, you know? And so, yeah, this is something's about to be completed, or something's being completed, that really just kind of held a burden on you, has sort of held you in. You can kind of see in this card, there's like chains here. So, sort of even held you in bondage in a way. Um, it may be even a bondage to your identity. It may be that like you thought you were one person, and then now this is going to make you a totally kind of different person, or this is going to change your outlook in a way that makes you feel sort of brand new, as the kids like to say. Anyway, so the Aeon card comes up, and this is a card of completion. This is also a card of a brand new cycle that's getting ready to start. So this is like the end and the beginning. This isn't necessarily like the Tower card, but this is definitely a card that says like we are now in a whole brand new shift. So we have the Queen of Spheres here. Where you're getting ready to go is actually going to be a lot more stable, and it's going to nurture you in the ways um, that you need. So that could even be getting a dream job. That can be having a more supportive partner. That could be it's just basically the things that sort of nourish and feed you. That could also be taking up maybe even schooling for some. This could be the card of you realizing that you need to go back to school for a certain study so that you can actually pursue the thing that you've been wanting to pursue. So let me go ahead and shuffle cards from my other deck, and we will see kind of what's coming up and, energies that have passed, etc. This also, usually heralds warnings, if need be. So let's see. What do we have for our Cancerian folk? What do we have for our okay. What do we have for our Cancerian people? What do we have for our Cancers? Okay. All right. So, I am pulling 6 cards from this particular deck, and then I will tell you what it says. Okay. Right. Okay. So we start with the King of Cups. So this is kind of, like I said, this is about being in the places that didn't nourish you, that didn't feed you as fully as you need to be fed. Maybe even perhaps you were in a situation where you were giving a lot more than you were actually receiving. We have the Ten of Cups that comes up and says that this is what's on the horizon. This is what the main goal is, and we were talking about earlier. Spiritual fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, the ability to sort of see the sun through the clouds. This is definitely, this is in the center of the reading. So in the center of the reading, we have what our main goal is. We have the reason why things perhaps ended abruptly. We have the reasons why things need to definitely change from where they were, which is the Ten of Cups. We're your this is where you're headed. Regardless to what you see around you, this is where you're headed. We have the Five of Swords. And so for some of us, this might have a little bit of residual, I feel like, residual sort of uh, battles, conflicts, for some people, maybe even separation, divorce, and having to go through legal things. Perhaps this is you realizing that there are elements of your life that maybe you haven't been as clear with, that now you need to sort of rectify in order for you to be able to move forward. The Seven of Pentacles says that I feel like this is going to be a bit of a healing process. I feel like, the things that you would like to come are going to come, but it's definitely going to be in due timing. And so you need to be a little bit more patient. This is the card of things that are being planted, either things that are being planted in places that aren't necessarily the right places to plant your seeds. Or this can also speak of things sort of growing in due season, but that due season being like next year. So we have the Three of Cups the card. Sometimes it's a situation of a third party situation, a third party situation that comes up. This could be having many choices of where you can go, that you're going to actually find what you need to find. This can also just indicate the fact that you're going to find yourself in a crowd of support. You're going to find yourself in a place where you actually have a lot more support than you imagine that you would have. The Three of Pentacles is this is not the time to slack off. This is the time to just work as hard as you've been working. Or this is the card. This is the card that says that if you build it, they will come. Fill the dreams. So yeah, this is definitely saying like it's time for building. And this is the Pentacles. The Pentacles are the sort of signs, if you will. I can't think of the other word right now. But these are the signs of stability. So you're building something that's going to be a more stable foundation in the future, in the nearer future. But I do say like more like next year. I would even say honestly, the way I'm feeling, sort of like summer of next year, spring of next year, late spring maybe. But things that you're building right now are going to flourish and they're going to take off. So don't worry about that. But it is going to be that you are going to have to sort of pull back and really sort of focus your energy on what the next thing is. For some people, if you are into like the law of attraction, I would probably get into that. There's like a million videos online about the law of attraction. So attracting really what you want, figuring out what it is that you want, attracting what you want, and building it. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Now, the Ace of Pentacles is in reverse, and I think this definitely goes along with the Seven of Pentacles as well. This is saying that things are going to seem delayed, or things are going to seem to take a little bit more time, but it's almost like the slow-moving energy is also the more long-lasting energy. It's like you're actually building a fire, but the fire is something that's going to burn all night versus something that's just going to burn for a little bit and then totally cut off. It's like you're going to start a fire, and then you're going to actually, stoke the fire. You're going to add logs. You're actually going to build something that's going to last for a while and sort of, like fire, keep you warm. Anyway, so thank you so much for listening. Again, thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscriptions. I look forward to seeing you guys next month, and thank you for your patience. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.